Welcome, replay viewers. Welcome, everybody. It is Friday night. This is your girl, Michelle Hayward. Welcome. I'm Michelle Hayward, your strategic business coach, here wrapping up a 7-day discussion on leadership. And tonight's topic, are you a leader? So in the past week, I have gone through what defines leaders, actions of a leader. So everybody, my name is Michelle Hayward. I'm a strategic business coach. And I'm wrapping up a 7-day series on leadership. Welcome. It's Friday night, or maybe it's Saturday morning where you are. But either way, thank you for coming through. Yes, we are very special indeed. I love that. So are you a leader? Are you a leader? Let's talk about that. So leaders, we talked about the characteristics of a leader, right? Sometimes very few leaders are born. Sometimes leaders come up from the ashes out of tragedy, out of necessity. And most leaders are taught. They are trained by another leader or an influencer. So for you that say you are leaders, list 2 or 3 characteristics or actions you take to let others know you're a leader. Been working on that. Okay, you've been working on it. So for me, as a leader, one thing that I always do, I get asked a lot of questions. I get also asked to help lead and teach other people. I get put in positions wherein you speak up. Very good. Definitely love that. And I get put in places, and sometimes not even put in places. I put myself in situations where I am the leader. So I may seek out, or I may see situations where nobody's leading, and I will actually step in because we have to move forward. We cannot sit there static. So for me, I know it is about the action that I take. It's not inaction. And that's the number one thing about leaders. Leaders are in action. They don't talk about it. They are about it. So if you have people around you who complain about their job, they complain about the relationship they're in, they complain about their weight, they just complain, they're not a leader. A leader, we complain for about this long, and then you know what happens? Yes, hate complainers. You're a procrastinator. That's a little bit different. So procrastinator, complainer is a little bit different. So a procrastinator, you may eventually do it. It just may be the 9th hour, the 23rd hour and 47 minutes to do something that would generally take 8 hours. You're going to get it done in 13. That's a procrastinator. A complainer, they just enjoy complaining. They do not want to take action. They want somebody else to take responsibility for what they do not like that's going on. Hate to see something. I know, exactly. And it's to the point wherein procrastination works well. Yeah, you work well under pressure, but sometimes procrastination and working, I can be put under pressure and it has nothing to do with the procrastination. So they have excuses for everything. A leader will not have an excuse. They will have a plan on how to get to the end result, to hit that goal. That's how you know the difference, a huge difference between a leader and somebody who is not. A true leader is always going to be in action, and they're not going to make those excuses, and they are going to push you to keep going forward. Yes, they have a plan of action. Even if it's something they thought of 3 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago, they're going to have a plan. And they're like, well, that plan did not work out. Let's try this plan. So they're willing also to fail. They're willing also to fail. So do you know how many times I fail? Every single day. Every single day I fail. Every day. I went to do burpees today. Let's just say I was happy I got 10 in because that 11th one was a fail. So it's not always about being successful, but it's about being in action. Thanks, Michelle, for sharing, and thanks, everybody, for the hearts. It is about being in action, because once people see you in action, they're like, oh, wow, well, let me go see. Maybe I need to help out with this. maybe I can spot you when you're bench pressing. Maybe I can do this. When you see a leader in action, you want to join in. You want to follow suit. So there are different things about a leader, and how you can determine if you're a leader. Leaders, yes, they do help others. They do promote others. They don't take credit for themselves. I miss some of this, but I feel like fear stomps me a lot. Yes, and to me, there's no such thing as fearless. Either fear will stop you, keep you from moving. You will walk in your fear, or you're gonna sprint like hell. And that sprint like hell means I don't know what's going to happen, but I know if I don't do this immediately, I will never do it. So sometimes you got to sprint like hell with your fear. And before you know it, it's over. And you're like, okay, I'm really tired, but it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. And it's sort of like, if any of you are mothers, I asked my mom, because I have 4 siblings, I said, Mom, if our contraction's so bad, why you keep having kids? Right? She said, because by the time the next one comes and you're pregnant, she was like, you have forgotten how painful the contractions were. I'm thinking they must not have been that bad, but I have walking the peace of Jesus. Yes. So so sometimes you get past that fear because the enjoyment, you can rejoice at the end, the reward. So Mad Laser gave me, think about the reward of achieving something and moving past that fear. You forget childbirth. I don't have any children. I don't want to forget childbirth. I just don't want to know it. I was there one time only, when I was born, and I don't remember. Children are a blessing, and children are much more of a blessing when they're somebody else's, because I get to give my nieces and nephews right back. Oh, no, no, no. Go to your parents. Go to your parents. And they love it. They love it when I come home, but that's a whole other scope. So leaders really do enjoy leading. They enjoy it not because people are following them, but because they're helping other people. They're strengthening other people. They're encouraging other people. So either way, there are certain things that you do as a leader that resonates or doesn't resonate, so Renee, great. So what are some things you did to become a leader? Who did you, Renee and Michelle, did either of you play sports? Did you have a coach? Or maybe did your parents teach you to be a leader? Was it somebody in your church or at a job that took you under their wing to show you how? Band, yes, band, definitely. And only child. So they teach you different things and how different, yes, sports my whole life, and I'm the oldest of six. Yes, and that was part of what I scoped about yesterday. Older children being in sports, being in some organization where you're forced to lead, and you learn leadership skills, and you can identify who needs more help and more support, and you may partner people together, or you may do activities to help encourage other people. Okay, you're not doing too good with that flute or clarinet. Let me show you some tips I use, or such and such. Show them some tips you use to get better, to practice, to hear when you're not in key with everybody else. So there are definitely different ways from childhood. Dance, oh my God. Yes, dance. Scouts. Yes, I was a Girl Scout for many years. I have a niece, my niece Trinity. I would say she was actually one of the few people I've ever seen that was born a leader. She is really, really one of the very few people I've ever met in my life, and I don't know that many people, like 5 or 6, that was truly born a leader. She is doing it now, and she has been doing it since she was like 3 or 4. Even with her older cousin, he's taller, he's 2 years older than her, and she'll be like, no, don't do it that way, Elijah. Do it this way. Here, let me show you. So some people would say it's a mother hen, but she also protects him if other kids bother him. She's like, I'm his cousin. You have to fight me too. Yes, she is. And she is truly, truly strong, outspoken women. Exactly. She's truly a leader. She's going to protect her. But you know how we really knew? She was teaching other students in her class how to write sentences. So my mother had a daycare for over 30 years, so education is very important. So she would pay my niece, her granddaughter, to write just short 5, 6 word sentences. Well, she was so good with it, she would show the other students in her class how to write sentences. She was so good. At the end of the school year, her classmates said, "Hey, thanks Trinity for helping me learn how to write sentences." But she took it upon the teacher didn't ask her. She went ahead and showed other students in her class, her classmates, how to write sentences. So you start looking at the characteristics even before kids get into sports and to dance or any extracurricular activities. What steps do they exhibit signs of leadership even as a child before then? But most of us do learn our leadership skills from being active in like Boy and Girl Scouts, band, any athletics, anything where we have to take a role and it is a group of people. So that is how you can determine if you're a leader. And I'm not a leader in everything. I'm only a leader in certain aspects of my life. And I'm completely fine with it because I get tired. I really do get tired. And sometimes I have to pull back my leadership role because somebody else is leading and I don't want to conflict in their realm, especially if it's not a permanent place that I'm going to be. So definitely keep that in mind. Thank you everybody for coming through. Again, the best leaders know when to get a coach. Yes. And I have 2 coaches right now. I have mentors. I have different people that I go to, and I continue to read books on leadership. And that's another big thing. Leaders always are seeking out more education. They can continue to grow better as a leader. My current project manager, he said, "I know you're big on leadership. You need to check out this guy. I'll bring his book for you." So people around you will identify any favorite books you want to recommend. As far as leadership, John Maxwell is really good. If you want to do that, that's his series on leadership. Definitely check those out. There's also some people disagree and some people agree. Periscope is yes, it is. It really is. And I'm part of the Perry Girls. And one of the big reasons I joined the Perry Girls because they're encouraging more women to speak. They're encouraging more women to use this platform to share their voice and their experience and encouraging other women. And I love it because a lot of times women are silent leaders. And you're like, what's a silent leader? They're leading their families. They're leading their communities and so much. What is the Perry Girls is a group of women. It's actually over 10,000, just short of 11,000. It's called Perry Girls, Perry being short for Periscope. So it's a group of women who actually actually support each other in periscoping. So the Perry Girls will teach you to have what's called heart tribes, where they will teach you how to periscope, how to make sure your camera's not like this, like you see my ceiling. So then when their comments come up, it will cover up most of my face. So if I keep it down like here, the comments will be here as opposed to here. They'll teach you how to do that. They'll teach you how to read comments and still keep your conversation going. How do you get in? Go to www.perrygirls.com. Do you have a Facebook group? Because they'll add you to the Facebook group, and that's how we do all our interactions off of Periscope. Long as you have a Facebook group that has your real name, it is not a shared account with your husband or son or somebody. It has to be only your account as a woman. Then they will add you to the group. Sometimes they do get backlogged. Facebook page, yes. So if you just go to www.perrygirls.com and it'll send you to the Facebook group for you to request to be added. And then you have to apply to get into Heart Tribes. So they do Heart Tribes. We do a Pass the Cast. We do karaoke. We do different themes for every month. Last month was March Like a Perry Girl, and I forgot to change the hashtag. Oh my God. Okay, that's a whole other thing. So we do, yes, that is the website. You got it. Karaoke without the A. So it's like karaoke, but we do it on Periscope. So you can be home, your car, and they do Perry Kids. We also do a Perry Girls Promote Your Scope, and you don't have to be a Perry Girl to do a Promote Your Scope, to tell people about what you scope about and so forth. But I would suggest trying to get in the Heart Tribes if you're new to periscoping, and definitely go in the Facebook group, and you can click on it different as people will post the link to their Periscope. There are mothers on there who have kids with autism. Yes, they do hashtags, so you can follow the hashtag. So I'll tell you the truth. Are you guys on have accounts with Catch KATCH.me? If you have an account there, you can go in and hashtag Perry Girls. Okay, before you do a Periscope, set up a Catch.me. Hold on, let me get a card and I'll write these down for you. And you can screenshot this. Yes, Catch.me. That's it. So that's the website you want to go to. Yep. And you can go there. It's a free account. It will store your periscopes. Sorry. You might want to do that one more time. And what that happens, you can archive them, you can make them private, and it will save them for you. You have to do you guys have Twitter accounts that are connected to your Periscope account? If you do not, that's a whole other issue. Yes, it will capture your Periscopes. They're not connected. Okay, one is, okay, Renee, let me tap on you right quick. Okay, this is what I'll tell you to do, Renee. It will do it, yes. If you give it access, permission to connect the two, it will. Renee, because you have not connected your Twitter account to your Periscope account and you appear to be new, I would suggest you delete your Periscope account. Go back and create your Periscope account connecting your Twitter. I know, I love social media too. And because you're new, you don't have hearts, you got 4 followers, it's the perfect time. Once Periscope ends, nobody can tweet to you. We have no way to communicate with you unless we follow you by chance on Facebook. Yes. And a lot of people don't know this. I did it anyway, not understanding, and this was last year, June. So yes, so as you meet people and you encourage them to do Periscope, make sure they create their Twitter account first, and they create their Periscope account based off their Twitter account. That is critical because you can't communicate with people afterwards. But people are still going back over to Facebook to create Facebook groups in what we call a tribe. Yes. No, Twitter, yeah, Periscope is owned by Twitter, right? Start from Twitter. Yes, I'll start from Twitter. So you could actually tweet out Periscopes to other people. And that way I'll go see that you tweeted me out. I'll come on, I'll say, thank you so much for tweeting out and sharing it out with your followers. And that helps. But also what happens when you use Periscope, Periscope automatically tweets out that you're Periscoping live. So it goes into the feed. So anybody that's following you that's on Twitter, they can see your Periscope and they can see the recording up to 24 hours after it's done. I know, right? I guess I'm doing the leadership thing. Shh. But I love sharing this information. So you guys you're going to go to the Perry Girls, and there are definitely other tribes. How do you get that automated message to say thank you? Oh, I hate automated messages. I hate them. I hate them. I probably will use them, but I don't do Twitter enough. I never automated it because I hate it. No, that's not part of Catch.me. That's something, either that's a Twitter automation or it's another external system to Twitter. You may have a service you may have to pay for that automated. I just don't like the automation. I never looked at it. I like the genuine connection like Periscope. Yeah, if I knew, I really would tell you, but I don't know because I don't like it. So you ladies have 2 places to go. Catch.me and perrygirls.com. Those are the 2 places you're going to go. And there are several what we call oops, I moved that too fast. You want to put it up one more time? There are several we call Periscope a community. So there are several tribes. You'll hear people say tribes and community. They're interchangeable. But what happens is Perry Girls is one tribe. They will help you prepare. There's Love Tribe. There's Tech Tribe. Oh my, there's Good Morning God blesses a tribe. They come in and do morning inspiration. As I see it, as a way to move Periscope out. It is. It's a way for Twitter to grow. Periscope has 15 million or 18 million users, accounts created. Guess what? 1 to 2% are actually periscoping regularly. That's how few people actually periscoping. So if you get on here and actually periscope, you will be a very small group of people that periscope regularly live. So definitely do it. Jump on the Perry Girls, see if you can get on Hard Tribes. I do pass the cast like every other month to try to encourage women to definitely join the Perry Girls. A leading learner, yes. I love to learn new stuff. And sometimes I'm new, good. Sometimes I just go into the Perry Girls group, Facebook group, and people have questions about how to do certain things. Like I didn't connect my Twitter account to my Periscope account. And mine was always connected, but I had two different usernames. And to get usernames changed has been taking 2 to 3 months at best. I was able to get mine done in less than 2 weeks. How do you start with a